YouTube Nation, what it do? Welcome back to the channel. And for everybody who's first time tuning in, please like, share, and subscribe. What's cracking, y'all? Top of the top for real, early in the morning with it. Early morning vibes. Listen. Birds chirping. The birds chirping, y'all. That means get up. Great morning. Great morning to be alive. Great morning to be up. Great morning to be able. Great morning to get busy and make something happen for yourself. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, I was just tripping. I was just thinking, like, I'm always just in thought. You know, I'm always thinking about different stuff. And I was just be tripping, like, everybody in the gang culture, can relate to this, what I'm about to talk about right here. We remember, like, it's hoods that used to get along with coming up, and now you don't get along with them hoods no more. Everybody, every hood got that. You know, every hood got stories to tell about these dudes back when we used to get along with them. That shit was cool. Like, them was the homies, and then shit went bad, and just, you know, every hood got that, man. And that's tragedy. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up in the gang community, because you got people that was allies, bro, and that really knew each other families and shit like that. Then niggas start warring. I mean, that's just what it is out here. Cause you just think about it like shit, especially on the Crip side of things. Like, all you niggas got along at one time, right? Then all you niggas just broke up in different fractions, and a lot of you niggas just started beefing with each other. That's the culture then. Cause that's been happened since the 70s. Crips start beefing with each other. And even the OG homies, they can tell stories about, like, back when they used to get along with these dudes, we used to fuck with them. They was cool. Them was the homies and shit. So it's been going on. It ain't nothing new. It's been going on. This shit been going on since the 70s. And it just continued. Crips, Bloods that used to get along don't get along no more. Both sides of the fence got that. I guess that's just the reality of the culture, because those seeds were planted a long time ago. And as those seeds was planted with the first feuds, things continue to grow. Seeds from that feud right there, right? Early 70s, late, but I mean, not early 70s, but 70 feuds kicked off, and the branches just grew, generation after generation. And we all just can sit back and say, damn, we used to be the homies. We used to fuck with them. That shit was, you know, them. We used to be tight with them niggas. You know, we all got them kind of stories. But I'm just showing y'all how shit just go. It continues throughout generations. It get worse. It could get better. It might get better. I think it is kind of better in a sense, because now you got people really dealing with each other on opposite sides. People working together. A lot of niggas is networking. And that comes from Trip. That, man, look, check this out. See, I'm going now, look. That comes from this. Once again, you see what I just said, right? Nowadays, you got cats fucking with each other. You got Keyways and Damus. You got Keyways and Keyways. And for y'all don't know, Crip from Crip. You know what I mean? That Crip hoods that don't get along, but people still function with each other individually, not as a hood, but individually. That's always happened. You always got that now. You got people like, I fuck with him. That's where he's from. That's his business. This, like, somebody I grew up with, like, type shit. If it ain't your family, type shit, right? So everybody got niggas like that. Like, I fuck with niggas over here. It's like them niggas the homies. You know, because you know a lot of them niggas. But it ain't a hood thing. It ain't like your hood and they hood kicking it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you fuck with this nigga and you know a bunch of them niggas, so you can go around them niggas and you straight. You know what I mean? But, Trip, this is what I've been talking about. coexisting and all that, right? Balance and all that. Structure. See, we dealt with each other, right? We became more cordial, more sociable with each other, where in prison or the youth authority or juvenile hall. Usually in juvenile hall, we didn't fuck with each other. It was cracking always in juvenile hall. Most of the youth authorities too the same way. The homies is in there going. It was no communication like it was, but not like prisons. You know, it was different because them was juveniles, most of young niggas. So some people communicated, but at the same time, niggas is gang banging in the youth authority. Now niggas is gang banging in prison too, but prisons got a different structure, different code to what we go about things, what we do things in there. We don't be bringing that shit like we do in the county jail and the halls and shit like that to the pen. It's a whole different structure. Structure. This is what I'm getting at. We learn to deal with each other in a structured environment. So here's another example of why structure is so damn good. Why it's good to have structure, bro. Because structure brought a lot of us together. And by structure bringing a lot of us together, a lot of us benefited off that. A lot of us then bubbled off that because you fucking with some cats from the other side that you knew and that was solid and put you in the game or put you on and showed you something different, educated you on something different, opened your eyes to something different. People from the other side. And that came from structure, a structured environment, which is prison. Same with the military. That's a structured environment. That's why so many people in the military be structured the way they are, because they was taught strict structure, real discipline structure in the military, as opposed to what we're taught out here. We're not taught with that same discipline. We taught with a certain level of discipline, but we not taught that rigorous discipline like the military. Nah, that's a whole different ball game right there. But we emulate that in so many ways. Military structure. If you gang bang and you've been in prison, high level prisons, and you understand when you're in high level prisons, you become militant. At least as blacks do, a lot of us become somewhat militant in a sense, not completely, but we just become more conscious and become like soldiers and warriors up in there and just become we become black in there. You know what I mean? Once again, we became black in a structured environment. The structured environment is where we pushed ourselves to educate ourselves and learn black literature and shit like that, and to get fucking our GEDs and motherfucking college associate's degrees from Coastline Community College and shit like that. That was a structured environment. So I don't know why niggas don't like structure. You think everything that's structured is good. College is structured. All these people going to these Ivy Leagues, these black college schools and all that old type of shit that's going and just graduating to be great people in this world. They became great in the structured environment. Structure is key, man. Never forget that. But yeah, this wasn't supposed to be about structure, but it just came on me. I mean, like, you like when you be at church and shit, and the preacher be talking and all that shit, right? He be up there preaching, and just certain things come to him, and he just let it out. That's how that just came upon me right there. Just get into structure, because I was just really talking about how we don't get along no more with certain hoods. How we used to be tight with them niggas, and that shit was cool. Because we know a lot of them niggas. Niggas know they sisters. Niggas didn't fuck with they homegirls. They didn't fuck with ours. Type shit, right? And that's what I was talking about. But then it just came upon me to go back in depth go deeper into this structure shit. Hammer that shit in. Because niggas need to understand structure is important. But people tell you it's not. Because people, in the gang culture and prison, people tell you, fuck that paperwork shit. That's structure. I know people, bro, that was not under paperwork, but fuck with people that was under paperwork because they admired the structure that they had. They never committed. They never took an oath. A lot of people who a lot of y'all think was blue notes, they wasn't. I'm not going to put them out there, but a lot of y'all think a lot of people, like you just can think off the top of your head, oh, cuz the blue note. He wasn't. He just rolled with that cause because he fuck with blue notes. People's like that. People like that the structure. So people rolled with the structure. But everybody wasn't committed to that. Everybody hadn't taken oath to that, or CCO, or Bloodline, or UBN. Everybody hadn't, never really took oath to that shit, but niggas respected the structure and rolled with that because they was Crips, or because they was Bloods, and they just liked the structure the Bloods had, so they fuck with them niggas in that, but they just never was hooked up. Cut, as the Bloods like to say. Same with the Crips, bro. So structure attracts a lot of us. Once again, the bike gangs. That shit attracts so many people. That's why you got so many Crips and Bloods together that's united in these bike gangs, coexisting. It's the structure, my nigga. How can you not like structure? How can you not like structure? How can you not want structure in your life, your household, your motherfucking family, your life period, your business dealings, whatever it is you're doing, structure is key. You gotta have some type of structure, period. Feel me? But yeah, it was cool though, man. We all can say that when we used to get along with these dudes. Niggas had good times with these dudes, and it's just sad though, you know what I mean? But I guess that's just the reality of the lifestyle, because once again, the seeds was planted, the tribalism just just went there. It just spread like wildfire. And you got people just taking on beefs for no reason, just because they want to copy. They be on some fuck them niggas, but them niggas ain't never done nothing to you in your hood. But you just feel like fuck them niggas because some other niggas said fuck them niggas. So what that make is, when you do that, that's like copycat type shit. Is that it? We just being loyal to the allies, when the allies is not always gonna be loyal to you, ain't gonna always ride with you in your cause. Your hood might feel a different way about a certain hood, but your allies don't. So now what? You by yourself. It goes back and forth. That's the culture. But we all got them stories. Everybody who's affiliated, who's been affiliated, who's really been out there and lived this life, know that. They know what I'm saying is real. We all got them stories. Have a good one. Peace.